Hello, hello, hello. It's time for Insight, a program brought to you by the Marketing and Education Unit of the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union Limited. I am JD Keynes, your host. On Insight, we share general information, news and updates about this great institution and the credit union movement in general. I encourage you to log on to any of our social media handles on Tuesday mornings for new episodes. Now let's take a short break, and when I return, I'll share with you the details of this week's program. Don't move.
They don't call us Queen of the Caribbean for no reason. We are a diverse community of people who have built this credit union from the ground up. We are the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union. Ours is a family of hard workers. We are 5,000 strong and growing. Membership comes with lower rates on home, car, and student loans. We offer competitive rates on fixed deposits and an array of other products. So come on in, become a member, and discover why 5,000 people love their credit union. Nevis Co-operative Credit Union. Discover the difference.
Welcome back. In addition to our competitive suite of products and our member-specific services, we pride ourselves on having caring and dedicated staff members. Some have been with this institution for more than 2 decades. This week, we'll hear from one of those persons. His name is Ken Williams, and he's attached to the credit department.
Good morning, my fellow viewers. My name is Ken Williams. I started to work at the Nevis Co-operative Credit Union during the year 1990, that is April to be exact. When I came in as a cashier or teller, as you used to call it back then. When I came in, we only have about 5 of us working, and myself along with the other long-standing member, Arthur Scarborough, we were the 2 cashiers. In those days, we didn't have any computer. We depend on manual recording, where we use ledgers, especially for recording savings and loans. And in those days, we have to remember the member's account number, because we didn't have any system to select or to view process number. So we have to memorize them. And I would say that Ms. Scarborough, who worked along with me, she was very, very good at remembering those numbers, and she trained me. She trained me very, very well. And then moving from being a cashier, then I moved into accounts clerk, then I moved to be compliance officer, then also moved to be loans officer, and then loans manager. And so my journey has been a very interesting journey. I have learned a lot. But in those days, when I started in the 90s, we didn't have much compliance and regulations. So things have really changed. I've been here for the last 32 years. I'm seeing the credit union really go in strides, and our membership base have really increased. I can remember those days when we used to give loans, that some of our competitors in the financial sector, they used to envy us and want to know why so much of our members have mortgage with us. And so we kind of reveal the secret, the reason why our members borrow from us, especially to build their houses. And believe me, one of those bigger banks that was there then, they actually copied what we introduced. And so the credit union has really been a trendsetter, if you were to look at that. And even though we may not be as competitive as the commercial banks, we have been a threat in terms of business, in terms of having a good market share. And so the credit union has really made a very good stake in the community, and because of that, we are here today and still standing and being resilient and still being able to meet our regulatory demands and meeting the needs of our members. I could recall being here in the early years. We used to go out in the field and work with application forms to get new membership, and those members used to give us their deposits and they trusted us and so forth. And that was a very enjoyable time, especially knowing that a member can trust you. And some of them didn't even have to come to the credit union. We go where they live and we collect whatever deposit so that they can maintain the savings and pay the loan. So back then, it was really a memorable occasion to know the trust that our members really had in us. The credit union have given a lot to the community, especially with regards to our savings product, and we have our loan product. Our interest rate is pretty low, and so persons who come to borrow are persons who might not have made it even in the commercial banks. And so we actually have some leeway in granting credit to our members to improve the standard of living, to improve the education, and there are many persons who have migrated, and so the credit union, especially those persons who probably may become sick, I've seen credit union actually have given loans to persons taking probably operation medically, and where the banks might have ignored them. And being here, I've seen the credit union really stand out for its members. I remember coming in when I was at the age 20, but now I far past 20 years, and so it made me feel like that I live here. And so it has given me that kind of energy to go the extra mile. Credit union is very resilient, and even all of the hurricanes that have passed through Nevis, I've seen credit union, they have really gone in strides. And so even though the economy might have been affected, the credit union strive during those difficult times.
Wow! Now thanks for the trip down memory lane, Mr. Williams. Also, we thank you for your service to this great institution. We note that you mentioned Eartha Scarborough, who up to December 2024 was the longest serving member of staff here at the credit union. She has since retired, and we wish her well. You see, folks, at the NCCU, we pride ourselves on being genuine in our interactions with you, thereby helping to improve your standard of living. That's how we'll end this week's episode of Insight. Remember to stay connected to your credit union by following us on social media. It has been my pleasure to bring you this new episode on this new season of Insight. I am JD Keynes. Have a great day.